claws sink deep as the tiger anchors itself to the rhino's massive, pivoting back, dust spiraling up in thick, choking coils around them. His breath heavy in the parched air. He circles his target with a lethal, calculated grace. Every time the tiger tries to slip to the flank, the rhino swings with him. Two shadows locked together, mirroring movement for movement. He seeks an opening, a single chance to mount the grey fortress once more. But the rhinoceros is a wall of living stone. The rhino ensures the predator stays fixed within its field of vision. It moves in a chaotic, unpredictable pattern to entrap its foe. The rhino pivots in place, spinning its bulk to deny the tiger any grip on its back. Then a horn-driven charge erupts, so violent it drives the tiger back, stumbling and retreating twice in quick succession. A rhino's eyesight isn't its strength. Its smell and hearing are, so it fights like a tank that reads vibration and scent through the dust. The tiger counters, fangs and claws sinking into the thick grey hide. Yet the rhino's skin is loose and incredibly resilient. The tiger's most violent efforts seem to amount to nothing. It appears the immense energy he is investing is entirely in vain. He began this encounter with the supreme confidence of a king. Now he is being humbled by an ancient, unyielding power. The rhinoceros is not confused by the tiger's speed or agility. Each failed lunge bleeding his energy dry. With a single head snap, the rhino can drive its horn like a spear, goring, lifting, and tossing an opponent before they can even reset. He has dangerously underestimated the titan standing before him. The circle tightens one more time. Predator and titan locked in a staring contest where the first hesitation could decide everything. One last horn blast drops the tiger, forcing a rethink. He sinks low to the ground, shoulders tight, eyes locked upward, and commits to a brutal new idea: strike from below, reach the throat. The softer seam beneath the grey armor where the skin isn't built like a shield. For a heartbeat, it looks clever. Then the rhinoceros answers with raw certainty. It stamps hard. Once. Twice, hammering the earth so the ground shakes and the dust erupts into a choking veil. The stamping isn't panic. It's control. A warning turned into pressure, pinning the tiger's nerves as much as his body. Each time the tiger tries to gather himself, the rhino stamps again, closing the option to rise. It delivers one more decisive gore and a final stamping step. An unmistakable message: stay down. It turns and leaves. The rhinoceros finally turns and disappears into the thickening haze. But the drama is far from over. A subtle movement in the dry, brittle grass reveals a hidden observer. He has been present from the very first strike, watching the entire ordeal from the shadows. He waited for the titan to depart. Now he steps into the clearing. He walks toward the broken form, lying motionless in the dust. There is no kinship here, only a cruel, cold opportunism. A rival removed, a claim made without risking a fair fight. He begins to torture the fallen cat, directing sharp, clinical bites to its flank. The newcomer locks his powerful jaws onto the lower back of his rival. The injured tiger is still, unable to react or defend its own life. A faint twitch, a shallow breath. Proof there's still life inside, and the newcomer senses it instantly. He begins to pull, dragging the heavy weight across the arid ground. He fears the return of the rhinoceros and seeks the cover of the brush. In the seclusion of the thorns, the opportunist settles over the body. he delivers a series of savage, fatal bites to the vulnerable neck. No wasted fury now. Only ruthless efficiency, biting where it ends fastest, refusing to let the fallen cat rise even an inch. He holds on until the life is finally extinguished. The victor leaves the lifeless remains and slips away into the silence of the bush. It is the undisputed master of the Indian forest. Tigers rarely kill one another because direct conflict carries extreme risk. But opportunity can change that restraint. When a rival becomes injured, weakened, or unable to defend its territory, the balance shifts. In those moments, a tiger may act not out of aggression, but calculation, reclaiming space critical to survival. In a dry riverbed, the atmosphere changes. A sambar deer stands vulnerable in the open. The tiger assesses the distance, waiting for the deer to lower its head to graze. It utilizes every rock and shrub to break its silhouette. Then, the sudden launch. The sambar attempts to turn, but the predator is already upon it. Over half a ton of force hits the deer, bringing it to the ground instantly. A precise bite to the throat severs the windpipe and stops the blood flow to the brain. The struggle is over in a matter of minutes. From the safety of the trees, the langur monkeys watch the predator claim its prize. A successful kill of this size can sustain a tiger for nearly a week. The tiger begins to feed, starting with the haunches to access the most calorie-dense muscle. In this unforgiving wilderness, the cycle of life is written in blood and shadow. The Bengal tiger remains the silent ghost of the forest. This individual will spend his life patrolling a range that may overlap with several female. He marks his path with urine and glandular secretions. These chemical markers tell a story of health, age, and readiness to mate. Intruders of the same sex are not tolerated. The social life of a tiger is a series of avoided confrontations and calculated risks. It is a life defined by the hunt. When the meal is finished, the tiger will return to the shadows. The forest returns to a fragile peace until the hunger returns.